my name's Fox. I was looking at Fox. Hopefully today is the day that I'll upload episode 5. Yeah, 5. Because this is episode 6. And it's funny because last episode I brought up, and like, I know they're not going to show Godzilla all the time or all different kaijus all the time, which, yeah, they're not. But I do love what they did in this episode. And whenever they do show Godzilla, it's always a really good reveal. Like, 100% always a good reveal. Because, okay, pretty much this is broken up again into the past and present, where Kiko and, yeah, I believe it is Kiko, right? Yeah, Kiko and Lee, hit it off with each other. I'm not sure if she's with Billy or not. I can't remember. But they hit it off with each other. And I know eventually they apparently get married or something, but also it wouldn't surprise me if maybe Kiko is where the family kind of starts their whole, like, yeah, let's cheat. Or have multiple lovers, I guess. I don't know. Because I feel like Shaw might actually be the actual grandpa. Because Kiko and him seem to really be in love. And it's really funny because they start, like, at one point they talk about, like, what they like best about kids. And Kiko goes, I love how they can see the world in a new light. And it's all new and wonderful and amazing. And they just can't get enough of the world. And then Shaw goes, yeah, you know what I like? Making them. Which, then they're heading up to the elevator. Which, mind you, this whole ball thing is so that, like, you know, they could talk to different military people, and pretty much so they could smooth and eventually get the funding they're going to need for Monarch. And, like, you know, don't treat Kiko all that nice because she's Japanese a few years after World War II. But Kiko, but eventually Billy calls right when they're about to go upstairs and bang. And it's funny because the guy's calling like, a call for Shaw. And you just see Shaw look up at God and go, no, please don't do this to me. I love it so much. And him and Kiko, pretty much, let's see, where is it? Yeah, it's Puckett. Him and Kiko have to go back to Billy, and Billy pretty much brings up, like, hey, there's another kaiju, and there's all these radiation things, where they're like, well, shit. And Shaw's like, well, I'll go too. And like, no, you have to stay here because you need to get our funding for Monarch. And this man loving this woman and also wanting to protect her, which I ain't gonna lie, like, I guess it is being where they're at is kind of because of him right now. But also on that same note, like, I don't think Billy would have stopped her from stopping the nuke that released and, you know, blew up Godzilla. Yeah, but he wants to go, and he goes to Puckett, the commanding officer, the Swede from Hell on Wheels, tell him, hey, I need to go. And he's like, look, you have two options. You could either be a king or a soldier. Which do you want to be? And apparently he chose the soldier because he went to Kiko and said, like, you know, I want to protect all that stuff. But also, pretty much because he did this, he's going to need something big to give back. To give Puck if they're going to survive. And this man here, which I'm pretty sure is Surazawa. I'm pretty sure it is. Like, they said his name was Suzuki, I think. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be Surazawa. But, yeah, Hiroshi. Oh, wait, maybe it is Hiroshi Surazawa, yeah. Yeah, so, like, this man makes a kaiju phone that can call them, which is, I'm guessing, similar to the Orca, I'd imagine. Or at least, I guess this one more goes Gamma, with Gamma Simulator or whatever, but uses this to call a kaiju that's in the area that seems to be responding. And it just so happens when these two are, you know, crossing feelings and everything, this looks like a romantic, like, picture or nothing, the kaiju answers, spitting that shit out, and they look up and they see Gojira! Who Shaw's like, Kiko's like, oh my god, he's alive, and Shaw's like, oh my god, he's alive. Like, how? We nuked his ass and he's still alive? It's So pretty much to try to get them out of hot water, he wants to tell Puck, like, Godzilla's alive. We can't kill this thing. At least not how that did. And pretty much then they find out then that it's actually Puck actually Puck pretty much said, all right, you want to be a soldier? Fine. Let me get someone who can actually do this. And he puts another soldier in charge of Monarch, and that soldier is pretty much saying, like, you guys report to me, tell me everything that happened over there. I want that report done by today. And they're like, well, shit. So they don't even have the protection of Shaw being the lead of this anymore, which really sucks. But this also ties in because the Puck said, like, you can run Monarch however you want. Does it? And obviously we find out it doesn't happen. He doesn't run Monarch eventually, but it does lead to the future where there is a shadow organization. There's a shadow Monarch now. I guess Michelle Duvall. I don't know if it's the actress or whatever, but her sister worked in Jinjita. And it's pretty cool how she actually talks to Shaw, like, when she talks on the phone, like, if she's talking to someone on the phone, she's actually talking to Shaw in the truck, and talks in French, and telling Shaw, like, if you understand French, clear throat. Like, alright, duck. Kicks the ass of all the Monarch agents, gets in the car, Shaw brings it, and she brings up about how there's pretty much a shadow Monarch, at least that's what I'm calling it, where they are... they're trying to stop, they don't like how Monarch's working right now, and that they need someone to lead them, and that's what they want Shaw to do. And also, like, it's funny because she asked, like, why did Monarch not believe you? Like, how did you know something that Monarch didn't? And all this stuff. And Shaw just goes, oh, it's because I'm crazy. It's like, well, yeah, I don't, agree with all their stuff and all this stuff, so they mark me as crazy and, throw me out or exile me and all this. And they're like, she's like, okay. So, like, pretty much Shaw picks up the kids after, this girl this girl betrayed them and pretty much, gave them the location. Says, we're going to find your dad. They do find the dad and everything. But she does bring up at the end how she betrayed them and all this stuff, but also that she has a lot of money, she could help with them, and the sister's like, nope, I can't trust you. Well, that's going on. Glasses here, figured out by the pinpoints after this lady called him Columbo as like a joke, kind of like how Bugs Bunny called Elmer Fudd Nimrod. Which later on Nimrod isn't used as a derogatory thing, but Nimrod was actually like a famous I think he's a Greek hunter or something. I can't remember, but like a famous hunter. But she calls him Columbo, and he's like, I actually like that name. So I actually like that name because Columbo knew everything, and he figures out where they go in Africa and all this stuff. I'm like, oh shit, this man is a badass. I really like him. I don't want him to be a bad guy, but they follow it, and they do find the dad, which I was like, holy shit, they found him. He's alive, but he also has a Titan phone. Tells everyone to try to leave because, of course, he was calling a Titan, and what Titan was it? He woke up Godzilla, which also Godzilla looks at the sister and like then looks away and kind of stands up and walks off because I think, like, this is supposed to, like, show her, at least. Godzilla isn't, like, some rampaging monster that is gonna eat... Okay, yes, it's been blasphemous on some people. But, like, this Godzilla isn't. This Godzilla is a hero. And honestly, one of my favorite archetypes of hero. A hero that will never stop. This is a hero who will keep living, fighting, and until he is dead. Until this world is protected, he will keep fighting to protect it. No matter what, and I love that archetype, and that's one of the reasons why this Godzilla is my favorite Godzilla. Because of that, and also because he's one of the strongest. Next to, like, Godzilla Earth, and Shin. Shin will eventually become, probably stronger than both of those, if he was able to, evolve fast enough. But even then, like, if, let's say, Shin shot an atomic blast at Monster vs. Godzilla, Monster vs. Godzilla could absorb the radiation and then just grow stronger and evolve as well. And then Godzilla Earth always is evolving too, so. Minus would probably be like right below them. Maybe. No, maybe Heisei might actually be stronger than Minus. Minus is strong because of his regenerating property. Same reason why, like, Deadpool's a menace, because you can't kill him because he keeps coming back. He's regen. But, yeah, Godzilla, they find Godzilla, which, when Godzilla emerges in the past and then it syncs up with, like, Godzilla in the future, them finding Godzilla in the future, it's great. And then Shaw also brings up that, because he says, like, we gotta go go after Godzilla. And the sister and brother, like, and this is what pretty much breaks the union here. And they go, like, what do you do? Like, what do you mean? We can't fight Godzilla. And Godzilla's like, and Shaw goes, I'm not trying to fight Godzilla. I'm trying to help him. Because Shaw straight says that there will be another G-Day. Much bigger than the rest. Which, yeah, we know. It's King of the Monsters. We know eventually that is what's going to be the next G-Day. The next big thing that's gonna nearly end the world unless they help Godzilla. And I want to see what Shaw's plan is to help Godzilla too. Is it the idea to get him more radiation? Or what is it? It's interesting. But yeah, I like this show. It's great. I'm loving this more and more. I kind of knew the beginning was going to be a little bit slow, but as it's ramping up towards, I guess, a conclusion, I don't know. But as it's ramping up, and I want to see, like, where's the next episode going. Like, I'm happy kind of that I think I got 2 episodes left. Or maybe only 1 episode. I can't remember. But I can't wait to see more, because I want to see where is this going to go. I want to see what's going to happen next with Godzilla, and, like, what is Shaw's plan? Especially with this whole new Shadow Monarch thing. Like, is this the Monarch that we're eventually going to see in King of the Monsters? Or do they reformat the old Monarch? Or does this Monarch eventually become, like, I don't know, something else? I don't know. But, yeah. It's interesting. I'm loving this a lot. So what do you think down below? Thanks for watching. Share videos. Hope you enjoy this, and we will see you later. Actually, another thing before this, well, I guess the end of that, but, like, Godzilla wakes up in Africa, so, like, I'm guessing those points that they're following must be something like either like the Columbo says they're stations, which I don't know if that means like they're like exit points for the Hollow Earth, which would make sense why Godzilla is so far away from water, or it could be actually like in that he came up from the Hollow Earth and like just there to absorb radiation, I guess. Because I'm also guessing maybe these spots are different Hollow Earth points that give off radiation that he can then heal with and grow stronger. I don't know, but yeah.